World's fastest bumper car update. More exciting developments. More exciting deliveries. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to Bumper 200. Yes, we've got some brakes. Here they are. I'm not sure they're going to pull it up from 125 miles an hour plus, but we can but hope, right? And they very kindly included four zip ties. Yeah, because I haven't got enough of those. No. Well, astonishing value. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it was like less than $50, and even includes bloody brake fluid. What the hell? Well, it shows it doesn't leak anyway. That's a good start. Well, as suspected, we haven't got quite enough clearance from the wheel to the calipers. As not expected, I've already got a set of pads in here, and they sent me another spare set. So that's good. So I think we'll put that in its appropriately labelled box, and because we won't be needing those for a while. But it did remind me that I forgot to give the wheels set up to Adam and Chris to not necessarily shorten it at this point, but just to do that precision drilling for those 3 holes there. Yes, in the modified hub. They've got plenty to be getting on with because they are actually building the C-frame element of the chassis for the big tyre. Well, the big air ducting anyway. And they were kind enough to confirm that we have plenty of horsepower for £500 worth of machine and man, and they also confirmed that I'm a nutcase. There was some discussion as to the benefits, pros and cons of steel versus aluminum. And I think the decision was steel. Yeah, we figured weight really wasn't that much of an issue. The whole frame would weigh well under £100, and allowing for other bits and pieces of chassis, we're looking at £100 for the whole chassis. It's weight, by the way, not sterling. Don't know what the materials will cost, but thanks to TAC Fabrication's sponsorship, there will be no labour charge for their superb engineering capabilities, including plasma cutting and indeed tack welding it together, because at this point we're not sure about what's going to go where, so we're not going to bolt it down firmly yet. Well, we will be using bolts, that's the point. We're not going to weld it down firmly yet. Anyway, if you can't already tell, I'm rather excited about these developments, as should you be. There'll be a lot less of me whittering on with the tape measure and messing around with bits of paper and things. Yes, we'll actually be getting on with some stuff. Talking of which, thanks for tuning in again. If you haven't already subscribed, do give the video the thumbs up, and of course encourage others to watch my lunacy. I know, he said no more measuring, but we're measuring. So we need 30mm. The 30mm, either way, doesn't matter which side, is the width of the caliper. And currently we have about half of that. So we've got to shift this at probably 30mm. Honestly, because that'll then give us 15mm clearance. So we've got to shift this 30mm along the shaft. Ooh, that looks like 30mm, doesn't it? Is that 30mm? It's 32mm. That's perfect. So this boy needs to go here. Or we need to put a bigger spacer in there, which might not be a good idea because then we'll run out of room at that end. I was just hoping to keep this on the splines, but we're not going to be able to do that. So we're going to have to come up with a different method of moving this up to here and then securing it so it's locked into the axle. Same as we're going to have to do with the other end, as we've already established, because of our big chunky chain, which is not going to fit that close to the wheel either. Is there no end to these modifications? Does nobody make parts for the world's fastest bumper car straight off the shelf? What is going on? Anyway, we're not going to do any of that right now. We're going to wait for Adam and Chris to finish the C-frame, as they call it, and bring it back, and then we can see exactly what we need to shave off in terms of inches on the axle itself. Then we can get everything just so. Meantime, I shall carry on with my bicep curls. Yes. By the way, the answer to the power to weight ratio is more than sufficient. Had a bit of a tidy up in readiness for stripping down the R6 and getting the motor out. We'll need space to put stuff. Meanwhile, I sent my missus out. Well, she was going out anyway. And she said, "Do you need anything?" I said, "Yes, a pencil sharpener." I meant one of these, not one of these. I've only got 2 pencils. Oh, I know, the wheels have evaporated. It's the goddamn heat. No, actually, I found a whole set of 4 for almost the same price as the 2, so I sent the other 2 back and getting the 4. Hopefully, that will give us even more stuff to play around with, especially once we get our C-frame back. We have a monkey. So, here are those wheels, and yeah, not a bad price, $195 honestly for the whole set. But it says make an offer, so I did. I made an offer of $175. And the guy came back with a counter offer of that. Yeah. What's the point? It's like 0.5% discount. And by the way, we're having a tacky moment, and TAC Fabrication stands for Totally Awesome Creations. Just so you know. So, total sidetrack on this. What I really want is one of those good old-fashioned kind of bug screen windscreens that they used to have on old sports cars. It will not be an aerodynamic device in any way and be totally useless, but I just think it'll look pretty cool. Something like this. The other good news on the bumper car front is that I've just spoken with my mate Chris at FTW Motorcycles in Sedona, who's helped me out with a number of little bits and pieces on the bikes. And I just explained this crazy idea to him, and he is definitely on board. So I don't know what that means, but he can certainly help me get that R6 motor running. It turns over, but it doesn't run. And I think it's just a fuel pump, honestly. And my mate Ricky Booby's been helping me with that, because I've been looking at external pumps. At the moment, obviously, it has an internal pump in the fuel tank. We won't be using the fuel tank. We'll be using a lawnmower fuel tank or something kind of tiny. And therefore, it will require an external pump of the right PSI and flow rate, which I think I've located on jegs.com. Shock horror, I lied, I got it wrong. R6 is not a 2006, it's a 2003. I thought it was a Ducati that was a 2006, but that's a 2008. I do not own a 2006 vehicle. The Triumph's a 2005. Anyway, the point is that model only has 115 brake horsepower, which is still plenty, obviously, but it will have effed up all your calculations, Mr. Sansom. So perhaps you'd like to recalculate and tell me now kind of what comparison we've got in terms of horsepower. Meantime, we've resolved the battered up chrome pieces with some more HVAC equipment. Yes, HVAC tape, which is lighter, considerably lighter. So we're adding lightness. We'll remove this one and do the same on this side, and it'll still look the part for the Guinness World Records. We have a full set of wheels, so now we can start really laying stuff out. They look good for 125 miles an hour, don't they? Yeah. And all the time, patiently watching, is the monkey man. Well, that don't look so bad. Nor does that. Oh, you can't see anything, can you? That don't look so bad either, does it? Especially given that we can cheat a little bit. It just depends whether the motor's going to fit inside that or not. That will require some measuring. Well, that's our 14 inches apparently it measures. And obviously it's not going to go there because the front wheel axles have got to go there. So, yeah, looking good. Plus, we're going to push those out a couple of inches, right? Because we're going to cheat. Like Mr. Furs did. So it's not cheating. Well, I expect you want to see that chassis, and so do I. You'll have to wait. Good things come to those who wait, apparently. We'll call it a day for this time. Thanks for watching, as usual. Thanks for tuning in for the latest updates. And in order to do so and not miss out on future ones, please subscribe below, give the video a thumbs up if you thought it was any good, and of course encourage others to watch my lunacy.